Once there was a child, unwanted by her father, beaten, starved, left to freeze beneath the moon. When her mother died, they thought it was over, but death was not the end. Her mother returned, not with mercy, not with forgiveness, but with vengeance. The chief was struck, the stepmother disgraced, the village trembled. Yet, evil does not rest. And what came next will shake the land to its very roof. Welcome to Ancestral Tale. This is the Orphan Cry Part 2, the Stepmother's Revenge. A disgraced second wife walked out of the chief's compound with ashes in her hair and shame on her face. But in her heart burned a fire darker than the midnight sky. She went to the forest crossroad, to the hut of a native doctor fair across 7 villages. His shrine dripped with blood, bones hung from the roof, and whisper filled the air like restless spirit. I have been shamed, she spat. The child ruined me. I want her silent forever. The native doctor's eyes glow red in the firelight. He laughed. Child of true mother. She is not like others. She walks with spirit. To strike her is to strike the ancestors themselves. But if you desire death, then let us see whose spirit is stronger. From that night, strange things began to happen. Not in the girl's life, but in the house of Chief. One by one, his brothers fell sick. His sisters cried blood in their dream. The family that had mocked the orphan was silent, one after the other. And the second wife returned to the chief's compound, no longer a wife, but a tyrant. She spat on the man who once called himself her husband. She mocked his weakness. Foolish man, where is your strength? Lion, even your row has turned to a wimple. Nonsense. The chief's sickness grew worse. His body wasted. His voice broke, and every diviner says the same. Only the true born can save you. But the true born child, she was nowhere to be found. Far away, in a small village beyond the hill, the little girl now grew up, walked barefoot through the market. She carried basket of herbs, roots, and healing trees. They call her Moyo. Though her real name was long forgotten by strangers, she had learned from the whisper of her mother's spirit. She had been guided by dreams of the ancestors. She was only a girl. But when she touched the sick, they rose. When she prayed, the barren conceived. When she mixed her herbs, the dying breathed again. The villagers whisper, that child is not ordinary. She carried the fire of the old ones. But she lived quietly, hiding her tears in the night, still carrying the wound of her mother's death. The one bracket day, a traveler come from afar. He spoke of the chief, dying, rotting, mocked by his own wife. He spoke of the family that had been whipped away by curses. And he spoke of the prophecy. Only the true born can save him. The girl heart trembled. She knew who they were speaking of. She knew the blood that tied her. But would she return? Would she heal the man who had cast her out, beaten her, left her mother to die. She raised her eyes to the sky. If I return, it will not be as a slave. It will be as my mother's daughter, and the ancestors will walk before me. The news spread like wildfire. The girl of the Alps is the orphan, abandoned, true-born daughter of the chief. They begged her to return. The elders, the women, even the children all once mocked her. For only her hands could save the chief from death. And when she returned, the compound froze. The stepmother eyes wide, in horror. The chief's wasted body shook with both fear and shame. Neighbors held their breath, for the orphan they once despised now walked like a river goddess, calm yet unstoppable. You called me weak. You cast me away. You left my mother to die in cold, and now you beg for my arms. The stepmother looked at her and rushed to strike her. But the wind howled, and in the center of the compound, a figure rose from the unseen. The spirit of her dead mother appeared, glowing like fire, her eyes brighter than the moon. And she shouted, "You will not touch her again!" The stepmother fell, screaming, her charms born in her hands. Villagers gasped, and in the distance, the native doctor ran into the forest, crying, chased by shadow only he can see. End of wickedness. The girl turned to her father. His crown was gone, his voice broken, his soul naked before the village. She kneeled slightly, pressing her palm to his chest. Your life is in my hands, but first, confess, Papa. Tell this village the truth. Admit your wickedness. Only then will the ancestors forgive you. The chief started weeping. Villagers gasped. The stepmother crawled away in disgrace. But the girl stand tall, and behind her, the spirit of her mother shine like the flame of justice. For she was no longer just a child. She was justice herself. And justice had finally returned to the chief's house. The compound trembled under the weight of the truth. The chief, once feared as a lion, now knelt like a broken goat. His voice shook as he confessed before the people. Yes, I wronged her. I wronged my wife. I wronged my daughter. I allowed greed and blindness to lead me, and now I am nothing. The people gasped. Some wept. Others spat on the ground in anger. The chief's crown had fallen, not by war, but by his own wickedness. The girl, the true-born, looked at him with eyes that carried both pain and fire. Her voice was calm, yet sharp as a blade. Father, your healing is not in my apps. It is in your repentance. If you want life, you must restore what you destroy. You must honor the spirit of my mother. You must clean this land. At her words, the winds rose, the fire blazed high, and for a moment, the voice of her mother echoed through the night. Truth is the only sacrifice the ancestor accepts. stepmother screamed, clawing at the earth. The spirit tormented her, twisting her face with terror, her charm burned in her hands. No shrine could protect her now. "Please, mercy," she cried. But the girl only whispered, "You gave me none." With that, the stepmother fled into the forest and was never seen again. The villagers gathered for a great cleansing. They poured libations. They sang the songs of old. They buried the bones of injustice and washed the compound in sacred water. And the girl, she walked away from the compound, her head held high, her mother's spirit beside her. She was once a child beaten, starved, abandoned. She returned as a healer. She returned as a storm. She returned as justice. And as she disappeared into the horror zone, the drums of the ancestors whisper one warning to the village. Beware, for the eyes of the spirit never close. What is hidden in darkness shall always be brought to light. The stepmother was never seen again. The chief, broken by his sin, found healing only through truth and repentance. The land was clean, the ancestors were honored, and the girl, once beaten, starved and abandoned, walked away with her mother's spirit beside her. She was no longer just an orphan, she was the chosen, the true born. But is this the end? For whispers travel faster than the wind, and can a man who betrayed blood truly escape the judgment of the God? Well, will there be a part 3? Wait and see. The word, for the wicked may hide their deeds from men, but never from the eyes of the ancestors. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and ring the bell so the next tale finds you before the drum do. And share the story so the wisdom of the ancestors travel far. This is Ife Ancestral Tale. Till next time, stay guided, be blessed.